Have you ever seen a buffalo more terrifying than a lion? Do you know how horrifying it is to be hit by a buffalo? In most people's impressions, cows are considered docile and honest animals. Globally, there are more than 1,000 breeds of cows, but there are over 140 species of wild bovines. Most people are familiar with domesticated cattle. However, in the wild, there are many species of very fierce and deadly wild cattle. These wild bovines can be as dangerous as large predators like lions and tigers, and some species are even more dangerous. If you encounter them in the wild, you must keep a safe distance because, with one careless move, these wild buffaloes can pierce through your body, which is extremely dangerous. In this video, we will introduce the 8 most dangerous wild buffaloes in the world. If you like this type of video, please give it a thumbs up for support. Thank you. Number 8, the African buffalo. The African buffalo is as dangerous as lions on the African continent. It is estimated that in Africa, over 200 people are trampled to death by African buffaloes every year. In comparison, lions, which share the same habitat, are estimated to cause about 200 deaths annually. Therefore, it's not surprising that this large buffalo is listed as one of Africa's big 5 game animals. The African wild buffalo can reach a length of 3.4 meters, a shoulder height of 1.7 meters, and weigh up to 900 kilograms. The most lethal aspect of these creatures is their temperament. They are known to be the most aggressive and bad-tempered species on the African continent and are one of the animals responsible for the most human injuries in Africa. Besides humans, they have virtually no natural predators. Although lions often hunt these large buffaloes, the buffaloes can defend themselves and even kill lions. For a lion to successfully hunt an adult African buffalo, it typically requires a group effort. Thus, lions are not considered natural predators of the African buffalo, especially since buffaloes are herd animals, with herds sometimes numbering in the thousands. In such large numbers, even a pride of lions dares not easily attack them. For humans, encountering a lone buffalo with calves is as dangerous as facing a lion or leopard. A lone African buffalo with calves becomes very cautious and extremely aggressive to protect its offspring. Remember, these creatures are as dangerous as lions. So, if you encounter one, whether alone or in a herd, stay away from them, or you might end up being. Number 7, the European bison. The European bison is the heaviest land animal in Europe, with a body length of up to 2.9 meters, a shoulder height of nearly 2 meters, and a weight of up to 1 ton. In summer, an adult male European bison can eat over 30 kilograms of food in a single day. Some viewers might have noticed that it looks very similar to the American bison. Indeed, they are closely related and look quite alike. However, apart from their appearance, their body structures are different. The European bison has 14 pairs of ribs, while the American bison has 15 pairs. European bison are generally taller and have longer legs compared to American bison. The most notable difference is that European bison are very difficult to tame and have a bad temper, especially from July to October, their mating season, during which male European bison become extremely aggressive. Anything that approaches them can be attacked. No matter how strong a human is, a collision with this massive creature can be fatal. However, despite their strength, European bison were nearly driven to extinction by humans. They were once widespread across Europe, but due to continuous hunting by humans, the species became extinct in the wild by 1927, with only 48 individuals left in zoos. Efforts to protect and breed them led to their reintroduction into the wild by 1951. As of 2019, there were an estimated 7,000 European bison worldwide. Number 6, the Asian wild water buffalo. If you encounter an unknown buffalo in the countryside, do not approach it casually because it might be a wild water buffalo, which can be extremely dangerous. Many people are familiar with water buffaloes, which were once common domestic animals in Southeast Asia with hundreds of different breeds. However, all domestic water buffaloes share a common ancestor, the wild water buffalo. Wild Asian water buffaloes have a very different temperament compared to their domestic counterparts. Although they might look similar, wild Asian water buffaloes do not have the docile nature of domesticated ones and are generally larger. A wild Asian water buffalo can reach a length of 2.8 meters, a shoulder height of 1.9 meters, and a weight of up to 1.2 tons, whereas domestic water buffaloes typically weigh around half a ton. Undoubtedly, an adult wild water buffalo can easily kill a human. They have large horns that look like two curved blades on their head, making them quite formidable. These buffaloes usually inhabit areas near water and spend most of their time in the water. They do this because they lack sufficient sweat glands to cool themselves through sweat evaporation, so they need to submerge in water to regulate their body temperature and avoid insect bites in the jungle. The wild water buffalo is critically endangered, with only about 4,000 individuals left in the world, and the number of adult wild water buffaloes may be fewer than 3,000, making them extremely rare. Number 5, the Javan Banteng. This species has white lower legs and mostly yellow body color, resembling domestic yellow cattle from a distance, and their size is similar to domestic cattle. However, do not underestimate them. These wild cattle are classified as a first-class protected animal. The most distinct feature of this wild bovine is the large white patches on their hind quarters. They are tall but have relatively small heads. Their body length is about 2.2 meters, shoulder height can reach 1.7 meters, and they can weigh up to 800 kilograms. Some individuals may have black skin color. The danger of this species lies in their appearance, as they look very similar to domestic yellow cattle. People might easily mistake them for domestic cattle, and when they approach, they are usually unguarded. If these wild cattle are provoked or startled, they might attack unpredictably. So, if you encounter yellow cattle with white hind quarters in the wild, be vigilant to prevent any accidents. The 4th, lowland buffalo. The lowland buffalo is one of the smallest buffalo species in the world. This species has a body length of about 1.8 meters, a shoulder height of only about 85 centimeters, and a weight of around 200 kilograms. Its appearance is more similar to some antelopes rather than typical cattle. Despite its small size, it is very aggressive towards humans, especially young lowland buffaloes. They are solitary and very irritable by nature. The two sharp horns on their heads are like two sharp daggers, which are absolutely deadly weapons. When attacking, they use these sharp horns to crazily stab at their targets, making their attacks very terrifying. This species mainly inhabits tropical and subtropical regions, usually deep within tropical rainforests. Unlike most other bovine species that prefer to live in groups, lowland buffaloes usually live alone. Furthermore, their lifespan in the wild can reach over 20 years, and in captivity, they can live up to 30 years. Remember, in the wild, especially in sparsely populated tropical rainforests, any unfamiliar animal you encounter could pose a threat to your life, even a small insect. The 3rd, wild yak. If you find yourself on the Qinghai Tibet Plateau and encounter a lone yak in the wild, make sure to stay away from it. If you encounter a wild yak, you could be in great danger. Yaks are common animals on the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, as many herders keep them at home. However, there is a significant difference between domesticated yaks and wild yaks. Although they may look similar, wild yaks are larger and more aggressive, especially when alone. Wild yaks that have left the herd are extremely fierce and will actively attack any moving object in front of them, including cars. Do not think that hiding in a car will protect you from a wild yak's attack. This creature's strength is enough to flip a jeep, so do not try to fight them with tools. Regardless of gender, once a wild yak targets an object, it will not stop until it completely destroys its target. A fully grown wild yak can reach a body length of 3 meters, a height of nearly 2 meters, and a weight of up to 1 ton. With horns up to half a meter long, even bears usually avoid them. In Tibet, wild yaks are as dangerous as wolves. If you encounter them in the wild, always keep a safe distance. The second, American bison. Encountering an American bison in the wild is even more frightening than encountering a bear. From 1980 to 1999, the number of people injured by American bison in Yellowstone National Park alone was more than 3 times the number injured by bears. It is one of the most dangerous animals in America. American bison primarily live in the Great Plains of the United States and Canada, but they can also be found in some savannas and boreal forests. An adult American bison can reach a body length of up to 3.5 meters, a shoulder height of up to 2 meters, and a weight of up to 1 ton. Although they appear bulky, they can run very fast. This creature can run at a speed of 70 kilometers per hour for more than 5 kilometers. They can attack without warning. One moment they may seem docile, and the next moment they could suddenly attack. What is more frightening is that even if we are armed, we cannot scare them away because American bison are not afraid of gunshots. The louder the gunshots, the more excited and dangerous they may become. Moreover, these large bison live in herds, so if you are attacked by a herd in the wild, it can be very desperate. You cannot outrun them, scare them away, or kill them all. The first, Indian bison, gaur. The Indian bison is the largest existing bovine species in the world. It can reach a length of up to 3.3 meters, a shoulder height of up to 2.2 meters, and a weight of up to 1.5 tons. In videos, it may not look very large, but when you approach it in person, you will find its size enormous. This species once spread across South and Southeast Asia. They are native to Southern Asia and usually inhabit tropical forests. Like other bovine species, they mainly feed on plants. Their lower legs are all white, making it look as though they are wearing white socks. This buffalo is covered in muscles and has almost no natural enemies besides humans. It is one of the few animals that can match a wild tiger. In the areas where Indian bison roam, the Bengal tiger, one of the most ferocious carnivores on Earth, also lives. Although Bengal tigers are capable of hunting adult Indian bison, the bison also have a chance to kill the tiger with their sharp horns. Therefore, tigers generally do not provoke adult Indian bison, and usually only hunt young or sick bison. Thus, tigers are not considered natural enemies of the Indian bison. However, for humans, encountering this giant in tropical forests is very dangerous. Despite their large size and immense strength, they have a sensitive temperament. Once startled, they will use all their might to charge through the jungle, and during this rampage, if our bodies are pierced by their horns, it can be fatal. Alright, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like and subscribe.